Greetings. I greet you all in the name of the Creator, the number one, the only one, the owner of the world. My name is Nuruddin Tijani. This is the Ministry of Truth, the Return of Light. In today's video, I'm going to be etymologizing the word black and the word white. These two words are very popular in today's world. First of all, they represent two main races in the world, and also they represent two most popular colors in the color family. So in today's video, I'm going to be bringing out the true meaning behind these two words using the Yoruba etymology from the ancient Yoruba language. I'm going to be exposing the actual truth behind these two words. Okay, let's get started. So what we generally understand what actually comes to mind when we hear black and white is probably races, black people, white people, or white color and black color. But what we don't know about these two words are actually that they represent sunrise and sunset. What some people call the yin and the yang. So let me break it down today so we can see the actual meaning. So first of all, the word, let's start with the word black. Okay, so the word black written down in English is actually black in this form. So what we have to do very quickly is to point out the consonants, and in this case we have b, la, k. Okay, these last two letters are actually k. The ck is actually k sound, so we're just going to write k, and then we have l, which is the l, and then we have b, which is the b. So we have b, l, k. So these are the three consonants. These are the three main words in this actual word, because in the Yoruba language we have the consonant actually carries the consonant actually carry the actual words. For example, we have short words, and a consonant actually is a word on its own. So that's one of the facts about the Yoruba language from the ancient time up to today. So the first consonant here is b, and it's from the word ibi. Ibi means birth from or born of, and then we have ila. Ila means the lineage of, the descendants of, the line of, and then the last sound k is actually from the sound g. Okay, so having said that, the word there is actually ago. Okay, the word is actually ago. So we have blago, and I'm going to give you examples of where we can actually find the word blago, actually, so we can trace the word back to blago, blag. Okay, black, blag. The K and the G are interchangeable because they come from the same sound from the mouth. So the word is actually a portmanteau, or the combination of three words. If you say if you actually pronounce these three words together, we can actually notice that there's some sort of evolution of language, evolution of dialect, because normally people speak very fast and then they squish words together, and then in today's world we have a different language. For example, in English language, like I said before in my previous videos, that English language is actually from the Yoruba language, and I know this is a very big thing to say, but it's actually the truth. So we have Ebi Belago, Black. So Ebi means born of the lineage of the sun, or born of the sun. Ibi means the birth, Ila means the lineage or the line, and Ago means the sun. So Ibi Lago, that represents born of the sun. But also, if you want to translate this, this actually represents the fact that this is a race of people who are very, very proud of the fact that they were born of the sun. They have the DNA of the sun in them. So this is a clear breakdown, a very accurate tracing of the history of the people who actually call themselves black, and that's the reason why they call themselves that, because they believe they are of the they have the DNA of the sun in them, and that's what black people actually believe today. Not all black people actually know this, but that's the truth about the melanin and the melanated people. So, but then we can also find the word blank in different cultures. For example, written as blank. For example, in Croatian language, if you write down blago, if you say blago, it actually means a blessed person, a blessed boy, according to the translation. And then also, if you write blag in Russian language, it actually means something good. If you wish somebody blaga poluchi, you're wishing them greatness and great things. You are wishing them great things. So this word actually has a positive connotation in the past and up to today. Although in the world today, if you're called a black person, it's actually people look down on black people in the world today. They disrespect them, and the fact that the word black has become a word that whenever somebody hears it, they actually do not want to have anything to do with it, because they believe is a very low word, and a very I would say what's the word? Actually, we could say a degrading, a degradation of words, so to say, if I can put it that way. So, although in the past, and or even many people still know today that the word actually means something great. It's a word used to talk about great people in the past. If you're called a blagger, a blago person, it means you have a wealthy background or a rich culture tradition, of the you know of the people of the earth generally. So that's how it is. And now let's go to uh also, just to mention one thing very quickly before I go to the other word, which is white. The word ibi lago, if the word ibi is pronounced as ibi means the place of, and then ila, which means the appearance of, and ago means the sun or light. So the word actually could also mean ibi lago. So can you notice the difference? Ibilago and Ibilago. These are two different words. Ibilago, Ibilago. These are two different words. Ibilago means born of the descent or the lineage of the sun, and Ibilago means the place or the point where the sun rises, which means the east. So black could also mean the east. Okay, Ibilago, where the sun rises. Okay, so that is that. Now we've etymologized the word black to mean born of the lineage of the sun, or born of the sun, or born of the or it could mean born in the east. Actually, it could also mean it could be born in the east. So which could also mean a place where the sun rises, excuse me, which means the east. So that is that about black. Now, the thing is, when you see black people today, the appearance of light actually means something bright, but the color or the color of the people are dark. Okay, so that's actually very strange, because you may wonder that, well, the sun is white, why are the people black? Well, the DNA actually knows how it's plays its roles, and the creator of the world knows why things happen the way they do. So I'm not gonna go into that in this video. I'm just gonna go to the next thing, and let's talk about the second word, which by now you could be guessing already, or maybe you've guessed that it's the opposite of black. The word white is the opposite of black, and that is true. Now I'm going to etymologize that so we can see. So let me go up here and do that. So the word white is written as WHITE, white. Now we see here that the consonants are WHT, okay? WHT. For some people, they might be saying that, well, WH is actually pronounced together, or you don't have to separate them. Well, that's true. If we do that, let's do that for a second and see what we get. Now we have the Yoruba's word from the word wo. This particular first sound is Iwo. And then we have the T, which is actually of these three words together, because they have the vowels are actually right there with the consonant. So it's actually eti or eti, eti. So if I pronounce these two words together quickly, I will say iwaiti, waiti, waiti, waiti. So this is a Yoruba phrase, is a Yoruba word, which means Iwo means the setting, and eti means the evening time, or sometimes refers to the sun, which means the setting of the sun. So that quickly actually brings us to the fact that Iweti means the west, the setting of the sun. When black represents the appearance of the sun, white, Iweti means the setting of the sun. So that is actually what a very quick, simple meaning from that. But also, if you pronounce Iwo, actually as Iwa, it could mean the parts. In Yoruba language, Iwa means, when you say Iwo Gusu, which means the part of the south. So in this case, if you say Iwo, it means the part of the setting of the sun. Eti means the evening period. Eti means the ending period. Eti means it could mean sun sometimes. So Iweti means the part of the setting. Now the irony here is that if Iweti is the setting of the sun, which means it brings in darkness. It's supposed to be darkness, but what white represents today is something totally opposite. It shows a different color entirely. So if it's I wonder what happened. I wonder who actually changed the meanings of these words, because it's actually the word actually represents a dark period, an evening time where whenever everywhere is dark. So it's supposed to be black. And then the opposite is black, which is actually the appearance of light, and then it's represented as black. So there's something going on that we don't know according to histories. Many people do not actually I think the people who got to learn the language after the original people were actually kicked away from the possession of the language and the culture. They actually misinterpreted the language, the words, the vocabulary. They misinterpreted it, maybe purposely or unconsciously, or maybe out of ignorance. They misinterpreted the words, and today we have the word, appearance of light actually represented as something black, and we see the word setting of light actually represented as white, color white. So that's actually misunderstanding, actually mispositioning of things. So going back to the word white, we have iweti. So now, if you actually also pronounce the word Iwo as awo, awo means color in Yoruba language. So aweti also means that would mean the color of the evening. So that actually means supposed to be a dark color. Can you imagine that? And then we have it today as something totally different. So aweti means the color of the evening. But also, if eti should mean the sun, then aweti will be the color of the sun, which actually makes sense. Okay, so if we translate or etymologize it as aweti, which means the color of the sun, then it is totally correct because the sun is white in color. So that is that. But it is the opposite of black, which is the appearance of light, and then it actually means iweti, which means the setting of light, or the setting of the evening. Okay, so that's that. So we have the two to be actually sunrise and sunset. Okay, so Ibilago or Bilako is the sunrise, rising of the sun, and Iweti is the setting of the sun. So what else can I say? Another thing that I would like to say is that just to prove that the etymology is in fact the truth, is about the fact that okay, I put this picture here just to show that it's about sunrise and sunset. This yin yang sign is about sunrise and sunset, and how they they interchange the positions during the day and during the night. So another proof of this etymology is found in the Arabic language of the word white. The word white, let me write it down again here, is written as white, and the yes, I spoke about the H being a separate consonant. Now, if we bring that out in the Arabic language, that actually makes sense, because we're gonna have to write wa. The H sound is actually k. In some language, they represent the k sound or the h sound as the H sound, and then we have T. So in this case, we have wa, k, t. Wakati in Arabic language means time. Okay, it means time. But the etymology of the word wakati is actually similar to the English word white. You may wonder how come wakati and white are similar, but because the H here is silent in English, and it's actually g in Arabic language. So iwo, ago, eti. So that's the same thing, because I told you in my videos in the past that your English and Arabic actually, yeah, they're related to Yoruba language. So we have that as iwo, ago, eti, which means the hour of the setting of the sun in the evening. Iwo, ago, eti is iwo, ago, eti, which means the setting of the sun in the evening. So that's what that actually means. So the truth is located in the ancient Yoruba language. The etymology actually tells us many things about the words, the languages that we speak today. So that is that about black and white. It represents the sunrise and sunset, the east and the west. I'm going to be etymologizing the word east, west, north, and south also very soon, the Almighty willing. So that's what we have for today. Black and white actually represents. So just to say a few things about the fact that if uh, if black people represent actually the appearance of light, then we have a white person representing the the color white. But the truth is, many people actually argue that the color is not white. Why would people say that it's white when it's actually a different color? It's not white. Well, people have different opinions. We don't have to argue about that here, but the fact is that the color black and the color white the meanings of these two words have been actually mixed up somehow. So it could be that the word black is used to represent people from the east, and the word white is used to represent people from the west. So I think that's something that we can understand And also the fact is that a person who is called white may actually not be a color, a person who has white, a color white as popularly known today. So if a person says I'm white, doesn't mean they actually have a pale skin. It could actually mean that they're from the West. And a person calls themselves a black person or a black may actually represent the identity of being coming from the eastern part of the world, from the east where the sun rises. For example, Africa, for example. I'm referring to one of the videos that I made of recent about Africa. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. If you have any words you would want me to etymologize, please feel free to send me or write me in the comment section. I'll be very glad to etymologize it. So that's it. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll be very glad to answer. See you in the next video. Salua.